Many of the community members are doing just such a terrific job out there reaching out to other projects right now and just trying to get the word out there, right? Just trying to let people know the future holds for anyone who's interested in PAWChain.
Man, I'm just real quick. I'm gonna capitalize on what you said with about the Web3 spaces. I want to so since we build since we started working with Web3 Global, I want to say back in, man, I can't remember whenever we first got into the Telegram together, but since like November and stuff, we built a great relationship with them. But one thing, and I'll be completely honest with y'all, we've got some projects that reach out to us that do want to build on PodChain, and we're in talks with them from those spaces. So, but one thing we've learned from the host and the co-host is they absolutely love and adore the community. We get so much applause on how many community members just come in and dominate the space, dominate the post, dominate the emojis and everything, man. They absolutely dig our community and they give us mad props because they do a lot of spaces. So they give us mad props each week, man, about how engaged our community is, and that's one of the things that's helped us build such a great relationship with them. So it's not going to end it with Dubai. You know, we've got Amsterdam, we got Miami, we got Amsterdam, and we're networking with a lot of more groups through Web3 Global, which is going to help us in the long run. So I mean, it's just a big hats off and a big salute to the community for always showing up and always delivering, man. They definitely see us out there and it helps a great deal. Just so, big salute for y'all.
I'll also add something to
Sure. Go
Sir
ahead, bro.
Sills was saying as we reach out to these other projects, and I just want to let everyone know in here what why the reasons why not only with our tokenomics, our utilities, our great team, our great community, is that the project is practically selling itself. If people give me 10 to 15 minutes and I can explain to them and break them down exactly how this is going to work, their first reaction is disbelief. They don't think, this is how is that possible? And then I tell them exactly what you can do and how it's going to work, how secure it is, how it's going to function, and they want a piece. Everybody is going to want a piece of this when this is out and working, because if you think about being a developer and creating an app, creating a token, building on PawChain, having that multi-chain availability is so important and exciting, and it's just like, imagine the amount of people that will be available to purchase your token now. You're not just going to be stuck on the ETH chain, on the BNB chain. You're not going to worry about the wrapping issues and losing money into the phantom zone, when you send something unwrapped somewhere else. It's just, guys, it's going to be so massive, and it's going to be a slow trickle at first. There's going to be some projects coming building, but then word's going to get out, like we're going to have that first meme coin or that first project that's going to explode on PawChain, and then the floodgates are going to absolutely open. And once that happens, I mean, get ready, because then we're going to have the marketing, everything backs up, but we have to have the product first to sell. We can't sell a promise. We can sell the idea, but when you market, you got to market something tangible.
Yep, great points, great points, and that is it. That's the approach that we're taking. So I know everybody's been kind of questioning things like the 48 hours to migrate to the Azure servers and things like that. Man, I mean, it's about doing it right and just doing it right and doing it proper. Like, and building it tangible. That way, as soon as it comes out, we don't have to rebuild something from the ground up. Because there was an issue or bug. So they're trying to build it right and build that tangible thing. Before it gets dropped. That way, like you said, Brian, man, it's gonna blow up, and we definitely want to have the diamond to do it with. All right, man. I see we got the crypto lounge. Make it up. No, not yet. Let's
Jay
see.
Squawk's got his hand up, man. What's up,
Okay,
Jay?
go ahead, Jay.
Brian, you took the words out of my mouth. I had an epiphany this morning, dude. I was like, man, one, one, one Dex, like for real, that like you don't have to deal with those rap stuff and everything, man. You know, it was just a big epiphany like this morning, man. I'm like, yo, this is a game changer. There's nothing that's doing that right now. So I just want to voice that opinion as well. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah. As someone who's lost money to the Phantom Zone, like recently, it's happened to me. and I like to think I'm fairly experienced with making transactions and doing things, but there's still so much that I don't even know. Like I went there's certain wallets that and exchanges that don't support certain tokens. You send something wrapped over there and it doesn't support, it's gone. Like these little things happen, and I only lost a little bit of money, but I know people have lost boatloads of money, and they get frustrated and they leave the space. So if we're going to actually have wide scale adoption, buzzword, everybody talks about adoption, adoption. It has to be simple. It has to be as easy as opening your phone, clicking a button, and making a transaction. Simple as that. Not
Absolutely.
unwrapping, wrapping. Like it's just too much for the normal everyday person who just wants to come into the space just to exchange money, to do certain things. Like they're not going to want to learn all about the blockchain and learn about how to do all these things. Like, I'm a nerd. I enjoy it, but not every most people aren't going to want to do that.
And that's the thing, like a lot of these, like, all right, let's just talk NFTs, right? So if it was Crow or Chronos, you're gonna have to pay in Crow or whatever, Solana, yeah, or Ethereum, Bitcoin, whatever, right? Those are very static. But what this project delivers is a very dynamic project in regards to whatever you want to sell. Yo, you could do it here on this platform. It's crazy. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So
To add to that real quick, J Squawk, the NFTs are we haven't really dove a lot into it yet, but like you said, from a selling standpoint, you're going to be able to mint on PAWChain and be able to sell to every other chain that we bridge to.
right,
And eventually
exactly.
in the future, we're going to get it set up to where you'll be able to snapshot that NFT and transfer it to your home chain.
That's crazy, dude. Like, I love
It's
it.
unbelievable.
It is. It is. And like y'all
It
mentioned, the
truly
stuff on
is
the back end,
unbelievable, man.
and like you said, everybody's screaming adoption. Brian, you mentioned adoption and everything. So imagine we're talking now the users not being not having to be that educated whenever they're making swaps and stuff. So imagine being able to go to a vendor, a retail joint, and be like, hey, you don't have to worry about doing any of that stuff either anymore. We're going to create a seamless point of sale system that lets you accept any crypto payment, convert it to your native fiat, and seamlessly turn it into your native fiat and see it in your account. So it's not just the users with wallets we're making that for. This is that same approach and that same mind frame is the same one being taken with the Paul Merchant and the Paul Marketplace. So it's all user friendly behind the scene. That's y'all are tapping into one of the main goals and the beauties of PAWChain. Like you said, Brian, it should just be a simple swap, and that's exactly what it is. From NFTs to the vendors, for us to be able to use our crypto cards and our crypto into the market, into like retails, we have to make it easy for them to accept it and not lose money and not have to worry about wrapping and sending and swapping. Nobody wants to do that shit. They're just there to make money. So taking all that and putting it on the back end and saying, hey, dude, here's your point of sale system, your register, your debit card reader. All you have to do is accept it. We're going to do everything on the back end for you. Choose the fiat you want, and you'll see that money in your account. Boom, done. So that
Absolutely, man.
that gives
I'm
the
not sure if
vendor,
y'all like been
you
like
know,
a liaison or intermediary when doing some fam a favor. They're trying to do a swap or whatever. They don't want to do it like, I don't know, OpenSea, whatever, man. But I think this truly, that also solves another spoke in the wheel, right? Like, whether PawChain may be the liaison to all, you know, all
well,
all chains, man.
here's the thing about that. So what we've been seeing in this space is everybody's got their own network. We see a lot of network maxis because there's been no talk of making, like, I'm not going to call it a super network, but making it to where we can interoperate all together as one big crypto space. It's all been about what can we do for our own network. Paul Chain saw they're like, hey man, we can do a lot more together. So that's where the interoperability idea came from. And then they started to apply it to, the point of sale system, the vendors, the market, the retail, the marketplace, the peer-to-peer wallet, everything. It kind of made sense. So being able to adopt those other blockchains, man, we are the first to do that. And to do this on such a scalable level, it's unreal, bro. It's simply unreal.
Love it. I'll step
Yeah,
down, man. Much love again. Y'all got me hype. I'm about to like scalp. Not scalp, but buy more.
Go ahead, Brian. You have something else, bro?
Yeah, I mean, 21, you bring up a great point. Like this whole industry and all of Web3 has been pretty much flying solo, individually, one chain, single chain, my chain. Like this is the best one. This is the best one. So here, what can we do? What can Paw do to say, hey, we don't need to be the best, but we can bring them all together and the strength of one crypto and unite the blockchains and bring this technology to the masses, to uh, the merchants, all. And this is another thing, all in one spot. Everything you
Exactly.
need
Great point.
for
Great point.
decentralization
Great point.
and finance is all going to be available in one spot. No more of just going to get an NFT over here, going to use a decentralized app over there, going to use Pancake Swap over there. It's like you'll be able to do it all here. And Paw will run everything, the gas, the fees, the liquidity. It's all one token. They're not going to keep releasing new tokens called Bark or, Dog and all this other stuff. Like it's just this one, and it's all going to be built around this token.
Correct. Correct.
What's
And
going to be a coin soon.
yeah, right. True, true. But I mean, in my opinion, and that's why I spoke about the ecosystems earlier, is this is a true ecosystem. A token with a few other tokens and a few utilities is not a true ecosystem. It's not self-sufficient because they rely on burns, things of that nature to keep them afloat. And I'm not speaking about one specific project. I'm speaking about all the projects we see out there merged together. But what Paul's doing is, like you said, is just completely revolutionizing because a lot of questions I hear is about, oh, the circulating supply is huge. Well, what do you expect if you expect to be on every EVM chain in existence? What do you expect if you have retail people using your network to make transactions? There's going to be a lot of gas is going to be needed, right? There's a lot of reasons and there's a lot of justified ways that we're going to use that, Paul. Just like instead of burns, doing the buybacks to add more LP to different chains, to reinvest into the ecosystem to build outward. I mean, there's a lot of revolutionary points that PAWChain has taken to build the ecosystem outward, and to not just keep benefiting and dumping it back into the same utilities or whatever that's just not working for us. It's all about building an outward and connecting, and that's just from every aspect we just talked about. Paul is at the center of that. Like you said, Brian, that's a very great point, because I know people get weary because we do talk about a lot of innovative things, and we talk about a lot of connecting different things. And I don't want, we don't want anyone to ever think that Paul is going to lose its limelight. All of this is always going to be based around Paul. So I mean, that's just something. Hopefully, some people can find some comfort in stuff like that.
And one of the biggest misconceptions in the space, and I think it's kind of like a meme coin mentality, is that this total supply is too high and unsustainable. Guys, the only thing that matters is demand. It is demand of your token, whether you got 100 billion of them or you got a quadrillion of them. If it's in demand, none of that matters. It just doesn't matter. And when the liquidity is provided and people start buying paw for gas. This whole thing was designed to create a supply squeeze, like a jigsaw puzzle. This whole thing is designed to create a supply squeeze on that coin to be like it's being used for liquidity, it's being used for gas, it's being used for this, so it will drive the value up, the price up. And not to mention, like, you got the burn boys too, who always come in and ask me. It's one of the biggest questions I get from when I'm reaching out to other developers and teams is, wow, quadrillion, man. Like, what? I hope you guys got a burn mechanism. And guess what? We do. We got a unique buyback liquidity burn mechanism that is actually better than just burning tokens that will help benefit the ecosystem and boost the price. We have a burn mechanism that will actually take coins out of circulation and boost the price of the paw coin. So it's just everything was accounted for, and I just want everyone to just be patient, um, understand that, like, I know we're just waiting for this beta to come out, but it's going to be here. It will come out, and when it does come out, it's a beta version too. I want everyone to remember that. Some of the UI might not be up to snuff. There may be some bugs, some issues. That's the whole point of a beta release, is so the devs can get feedback, fix things, send everything off for audit so it can be fixed and then ready to go when we launch our mainnet, so we can just start running from the get-go, not having to do hard forks if there's problems and all kinds of other things. It's doing it right from the start. So if we got to wait a little bit longer, that's okay. The dev team has set goals, they never set dates. Now, this is all new tech. Like a project like this has never been done. So there's going to be some hiccups along the way and some frustration along the way. And you know what? I get that. I know there's people out there that just like, man, when's this thing coming out? I keep hearing about it. You guys keep promoting this. When? Like, trust us on this. Like, the team has never given us a reason to doubt them. They were transparent. They're giving us updates, and they will always provide the updates. This will be here, and when it gets here, I'm telling you, over the next few months, going into the summer, going into next year, these spaces are going to be packed. The Telegram is going to be lit. Discord is going to be lit. X is going to be blowing up. It's going to be such a different atmosphere, and then the bull run's going to kick in, and I mean, it's going to be epic. It's just going to be a good time. So just hang on a little bit longer. Keep getting the updates. Stay active on the socials, and you will be rewarded.
And that's a big thing too. Like people need to know like beta. When it comes to beta, man, we need to onboard people and like test this whole beta, mainnet and everything. And there's gonna be things that have to be fixed. So please be patient, y'all. For real.
All right. Great points, guys. Appreciate the contributions always, man. We're coming up to the hour. Annie, are you back with us? You're back with us, right?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
All right, good deal, good deal. Sorry, we're just kind of keep it running a little bit. All right, we're coming up on the hour. We touched upon the recap. Did you want to do anything? Did you want to talk about anything that jumped off the pages for you this week for Paul, or did you have anything?
Let me see. Just a few things.
Haha, you always say that. Yeah, right. I'm just saying.
Oh my goodness. You know me well. You know me well. So I see crypto launch. I don't know if maybe he cannot jump
I
on.
see him as listener. Who are our speakers right now? I see Sir Seals a lot. I see them all as listeners, but we got Jeff Campbell. Is he a speaker with us? And Paul Magic?
No,
Are they speakers?
we only have Searchals, J Squawk, and that's it that I see.
Okay, cool, cool.
So
Okay, cool. I was making sure.
yeah.
All right, well, go ahead, girl. You got the floor. Take it over.
Okay. So yeah, I don't know if Crypto Lounge can talk today, but I mean, I send you a request. If you cannot, for some reason it's not working for you, please leave and come back, and we'll try again. But definitely, we always love listen to your feedback and reminders for the community. It's always great, you know. So let's see. We had, you know, just a reminder, right? Beta, the PAWChain beta, it's L1, L2, L3, everything, it's not public yet, but it's launched. So what they're doing now is just migrating to this Assure thing, right? So they're moving them there. So that's what's happening at the moment. Um, there was an issue before on the L2 with the CK rollups. They had a error there. They were working on fixing it, which they did already. And we don't want to sound repetitive, but that's where we are right now. Now, um, what else can we add there? The dogs. It was mentioned before. You know, the developers. They've been there's some. I mean, if you look at the list, there's so many versions of PodChain that they have to go back and restart again several times, or come back and fix something, and that's a new version. There's so many. So the point that we don't have, why don't we have docs right at the moment? It's because it keeps changing. They keep working on it, keep fixing it, keep making it better. They added the CK rollups. Oh my goodness, they have to do something else now. When they said they were the community, uh, we voiced that to the developers. Hey, can we get out of Shiva Swap? Can we get out of there? We don't want to be there anymore. Like let's move on. Let's you know get out of that swap. And what they had to do. They had the code ready, and then like, okay, they went back again and worked on it, a solution to that, which they had. They got the solution. Now, all we need is to finish that migration, so the public, the community can test it. So I hope that makes sense. That's why we don't have those documents at the moment. It's because it's been changing uh, many times, and imagine editing all these pages of information over and over and over and over because um,
Hey, did we just lose? Can everyone hear me? Did we just lose 21 and Annie?
I can hear you. Can you hear
Okay,
me?
you can hear me. Yeah, I can hear you. Can everyone hear
And
me in here? Give me a thumbs up. Thumbs up,
it's showing on
anybody?
mine right now that Annie is connecting.
Okay. Um,
And now she's gone, and now 21 is also gone. It's
okay, I
just you
wasn't
right
able.
now. I think you and PAWChain. Sorry.
Okay. As I was, I all of a sudden just stopped hearing Annie, and I thought it was me, but I'm getting thumbs up here, so it wasn't mine. It was Annie and 21. I'll just add some speakers here. We'll just keep it going until they get back. Because the X spaces have been total dog crap for the last, I think,
Hey,
2 months. I don't even know.
can
It's
you
just
guys
been an
hear me?
issue. Crypto Lounge, what's up, dude? I can
Hey,
hear you, man.
now it's been a battle, man. It's been a battle getting in here, but I finally got in here. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I updated the app. I don't know. Elon's tinkering, I guess. He's in the back end doing something. How you guys doing?
Doing good, man. How about yourself?
Good, good, man.
Everything? You have a good week?
Yeah, yeah. Doing some maintenance, man, on the vehicle. About to get ready for the route. Took a little bit too long, but I'm ready to roll, man. Ready to roll. And then I try to get into Twitter, and all hell breaks loose. So I don't think I'm the only one that's having issues. I heard we lost 21 and Annie, right?
Yeah, yeah. They just dropped out.
Oh man.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's not just this space. There's
It's
Twitter's
all
been
over.
having problems. Yeah, all over the place. I go
Yeah.
to a lot of spaces and it's been a lot of problems lately.
Well, hopefully they're making it better. Sometimes when they're tinkering, it means they're making it better. So hopefully, hopefully not in a regressive state. Because it was pretty hard to get in here. And then when I was trying to like get grab the mic, I was getting static, like a lot of white noise. So I was like, shit, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I rugged or whatnot. I was a listener and all of a sudden it went static for a while. I was just like quiet. I couldn't hear anything and then Brian chimed in, so
No,
I was like, "Oh, it's not me."
can you guys hear me?
there you go.
We can hear you,
Okay.
Annie.
Yeah, we
Yes.
hear you.
Who is playing with the app? Stop doing that.
Oh,
I can. Can y'all hear me?
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, we got you.
Yeah,
Okay,
you're
Yes,
good.
Brian, can you hear me,
sir.
bro?
We got you.
Yes, sir.
Loud and clear, brother.
Shit, no, we can't hear them. They can hear. They can hear us, but we can't hear them, Annie.
Uh
That's
oh. I don't think 21 can hear
Yo,
us.
21, can you hear me?
No, I don't think he can hear us.
Okay. So Brian, you have the co-host. You have the power. Okay.
You got it.
Don't lie.
Can you hear me, Annie?
Yes, I can.
Okay. It's 21's the only one I can't hear. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I can hear him. He can't hear us. All right. We'll just keep moving. We'll keep moving forward. I'll keep bringing him up. See if we can make this happen. So yeah, Crypto Lounge, man. What jumped off the pages, dude? The Steel 21's line there. Since this is his space, what you got?
Yeah, I missed a lot, guys. So I don't know. I'll say this though. We're heading into the realm of deployment. You know, it's this thing is pretty extravagant. So there's a lot to be done, a lot still on the table. You know, and guys, I got to tell you, you know, we're gonna see some bugs, and I always tell you guys this. You know, prepare for the bugs because this is quite new. But as far as the ecosystem, once it is fully deployed, it's gonna be beautiful. And I heard a little bit before it just got really weird on my end with the audio about some of the highlights in what to expect when it comes to peer-to-peer transfer, the adoption of PAWChain. I heard some burn mechanic talk to as well. That you know, there's so much here, but what really jumps off the page for me obviously is the score that just keeps going up, and Certec acknowledging how different this ecosystem is and different the code is, and how different the team is essentially. You know, they were handed and I'm talking about Certec, they were handed code that they really wasn't really used to auditing. So it took a little while for them to actually get through it, and once they did, you could just tell that they're really impressed with what the paw devs have developed and actually handed to them to audit. So and you can see that it's reflecting, you know, on the board and across the Certec metrics. You know, you can just look at it, and it's just going to get better. You know, we passed BNB recently. I think we're going to flip. What is the one on top? I forget. There's one that I'm pretty sure we're about to flip over to as well. I think it's ApeCoin. I think we're going to take that spot too pretty quick, pretty soon. But here's the thing that I'm very excited about. Now, as you know, when you are bringing new things into the crypto space, it's pretty redundant right now. You guys talked about these one chains, one trick ponies, things of that nature. It's really redundant, all the way from the swaps to the chains to the platform, eccentrics, like the DeFi platform. Very redundant. What you have here is a lot of solutions to a lot of existing problems. This is what I see when I look at PAWChain, when I look at this whole build. I'm seeing multiple amounts of solutions that are being laid out to the space on a cryptocurrency project side and a blockchain side that is going to be able to be plugged in, and those solutions are going to create a lot of ease, as I would love to say, ease within the space when it comes to adoption, when it comes to developers looking for a place to park their code, a more comfortable place, a more secure place, a more multi-chain, cross-chain place, making those projects that the developers are building right now more dynamic, you know, able to move around and connect a whole lot more. Because what you're seeing with the pre-existing L2s, guys, is that they know they have an issue because they don't have any interoperability. So they're running the chain link right now. Paul does not need Chainlink because of the actual fundamental foundation of the build. It in its own right, it's encompassed 1, 2, and 3 layers with the layer 3 bridge structure, secured the layer 3 foundation with zero knowledge EVM, with roll-ups. All of this is within this ecosystem, guys, implanted within this blockchain technology. I think that is what's going to bring adoption. That is the attractive nature of PAR, and that's what you need when you're introducing anything into this space, guys. It has to be attractable. It has to be adoptable, and you have to attract that attention. And you have to provide solutions to existing problems. You have all those elements here. That's why I'm so excited about this.
Yeah, it's all here, and it's all in one spot, and it's all new tech. And it's like, if anybody doesn't realize or have a background in computer coding, software development, things like that, and my background isn't very big into that, but I've been doing some research, kind of getting into it, learning more about the different languages and how it all works. The amount of coding and development that is going on into this project is truly remarkable.
Yeah,
And I know I've said this
absolutely.
before, it's 18 to 20 projects wrapped into one with stuff that's never been done before. So like,
Yep,
it is expansive. It is a lot. There's going to be hiccups along the way. There's going to be some bugs along the way. It's always
absolutely.
like that with new tech. V1 is not going to be flawless, guys. I'm just telling you right now. It's just not. It's going to be functional, but I know the team is 100% dedicated to re-releasing V2, V3, to constantly making UI updates, to constantly making the project and the chain better. and then when everything's up and running, turn it over to the DAO to to have a true community run ecosystem.
No, absolutely. I mean, look at the top chains now, and I'm talking, essentially Bitcoin and Ethereum. They both have developer guilds that are continuously, updating and upgrading, continuously maintaining those two networks, especially Ethereum. Just think about it, guys. Ethereum, it still experiences situations from time to time. They have upgrades coming as well. That smart contract, the mother of all smart contracts, will continue to evolve, and Paul will too as well. And in its initial state, guys, it's going to be magnificent, but at the same time, it's still going to have to grow and it's still going to have to evolve. And like you said, Brian, there will be patches, there will be updates in V1s and 2s versions. I don't like to use the V1 tag because that's synonymous for versions. Okay. Upgraded and updated versions, endowing the code, making it better, more efficient, honing and maintenance, things of that nature. We see that in the top two. When I'm talking Bitcoin and Ethereum, we see that today, and those chains are super old. So just know that this ecosystem I think, is more vast and intrinsic than the smart contract that we know is Ethereum and Bitcoin. Paul's a whole lot more. I don't see anything like this in the space right now, guys. And I'm not just saying this because I am an affiliate. I'm not just saying this because I absolutely love the platform. I'm speaking fact. There's nothing like this in the space right now when it comes to encompassing all three layers of blockchain built from the ground up, boasting this cross-chain technology with EVM, with rollups, which is my preferred version, versus the latter, which is way quicker when it comes to getting your money across, different chains. So this is beautiful, guys. But just be mindful that this is going to take time to actually get to the point to where, you know, we won't we'll be comfortable with it. Let's just say, and the devs will be parking their code on multiple standpoints. This is so new. Just look at the old technology that we grew up with and we saw that was innovating with Apple, Microsoft, including these car makers. Look at the earlier cars and look at the same models now. Constant evolution. So we're seeing this in its infancy state, guys. We are actually seeing this ecosystem. It's going to be birthed right in front of our eyes. A lot of us have never seen that before. A lot of us were not in the space when Bitcoin was birthed. We were not in the space when these stable coins were birthed. We're witnessing something that's going to change the whole space. We're about to see those birth pangs too as well. So it's very exciting.
Jump in real quick. Can y'all hear me okay?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I'm back. Okay. Man,
Yeah, we got
all
you.
right, cool. I just wanted to, great points y'all are making too. I was kind of listening along and I was able to get back up and could hear everything. So I just want to say y'all great points, man. Thanks for stopping in, Crypto Lounge. Great to see you, man.
Yeah, man. I'm sorry I was late
Oh, no
dealing
worries.
with the truck, man. And then when I was trying to get in though, I hit so many roadblocks. I'm like, Jesus, Elon, leave it alone. Close the hood, buddy.
Was it West Texas?
Close the hood.
You must be out there in West Texas, huh?
No, I'm actually I'm in North Texas right now.
Oh, okay.
But it's just, something's going on with Twitter. We were talking about that earlier. But yeah.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, we're coming around. Do we have? I can't really see Annie. Are you still with us?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Sir Shell has her hand up. I'm sorry, his hand up. I don't know if you want to go ahead.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to wait. I just turned it off and it's on again. Okay. I just saying about what Crypto Lounge, or talking more about what Crypto Lounge said about how this is such a it's all new, right? It's all custom coded, it's all brand new, and the recognition that we're getting from Surtech themselves. There's been 2 tweets in the last, I think it's been about a week. One of them was what did they say? Nice one, congrats at PAWChain. The PAWChain official account was just commenting on our increased score. So I mean, that's nice to see. Surtech Skynet congratulating the project on that. And then there was one back about a week ago where Surtech, it was a thread. They wrote a thread, and it was a milestone alert for PAWChain and how we're rapidly approaching the 50,000 votes on the Surtech website there. So it's definitely getting eyes on us for being something that like Crypto Lounge said, doesn't exist and hasn't existed yet. But on top of that, for the community effort there with the 50,000 votes, and that contributes to our score increasing as far as I can understand it. So yeah, it's coming. I really can't wait for it. I know there will be bugs in the beta, but I don't care. I just want to start using it.
No, and then that that expedites the evolutionary pattern of Paul, man. Those bugs, you need that way, because if we don't get it, especially earlier in the stages, if we don't get it and tend to it, and mend it up and fix these issues, we don't want this, later down the road. We want to get these bugs. Hopefully, they show up really fast, so we can,
Exactly.
as in the, a lot of developers call it the juicy state. This is what you want. You want those things to pop like crazy. That way, you can actually, fix these problems in the early stages. So we may not even get that influx, early, which is good. It may be built, properly to where the nature of the bugs aren't going to be as severe and not frequent, which would be awesome too as well. But that's feedback that the development team needs. Not only from us, from user standpoint, but the code actually giving them these bugs as well. It's good. It's a good thing.
Oh, for sure. And again too, we've got the feedback channels on the Discord, right? So I mean, when it does come out and when you're trying it, if you see something or it's not working or you have a question, just get right in there and let them know.
Yeah, that's a good point. These devs listen. They actually listen, and
Right?
that's another different thing too. I have to say this. I'm not going to point any projects out, but I have to say, and I witnessed this several times. The development team, the part development team, they listen to us. They listen to the community, and I think that's gold, because we got a lot of dev teams that are very arrogant, and they, as we were saying this, well, I ain't got to say that. I'll just say they're arrogant, and they don't listen, and we see how those projects are doing. So I'll just leave it at that.
Before I call on JT, I see this guy's hand up there. Just wanted to say something on what Sure still said about those Certic posts. I made a post recently about this, and I just want to, whoever didn't see it or people in the community, how big of a deal it is that the leading audit security firm in all of Web3 is giving us shout outs on our security and transparency. That alone is an accomplishment right there. Because they wouldn't put their reputation and brand on the line by making a post like that unless they believed in our project and how committed we are to security.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen them dedicate a post to a single project like that before. And I'm, maybe I'm wrong, but it was almost, I mean, that was kind of unprecedented. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know if I'm wrong, guys. But Certec, I don't see them actually do that very often.
All right.
Definitely not common.
Yeah.
JT, I know he had his hand up, and then Delusia is up here as well.
Yeah, what's up, guys? Yeah, no, I just obviously it's really impressive to sit here and watch the score just constantly go up, 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 and when I explain to people who don't know about the project that looking at the market cap, it's a small market cap, but top 30 in all 11,500 cryptocurrencies out there. And it speaks for itself. And to get the recognition from a third party auditing system like Certic is just absolutely amazing. You guys do a really good job of conveying all the information. So I know it sounds like I'm just mimicking what you're saying, but you guys are spot on. Crypto Lounge, the ZK rollups. When I first heard about the ZK rollups being implemented into the layer 2, I was like, wow. Not only, obviously I've been here for a long time, so it's like I know that this team is willing to take strides that now I have the confidence that they can be able to achieve those things. And we have all, well, I don't know about everybody, but if you've seen the ZK rollups in the past, there's been problems with them. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
when they assumed that they were going to do this, I was like, not doubtful, but ambitious, because I was like, wow, that's impressive that even though nobody has been really super successful with it yet. I love the technology. I love the idea that I don't have to share my information. I can just go to the two parties, get my proof, send it back and forth. You collect proof. If you don't know how it works, you should check it out. It's pretty interesting. But the idea that PAWChain was like, yep, this is what we're gonna do. Nobody did it, and we're doing we're gonna make it work, and just on and on. The amount of space that this project is taking up. I mean, when you look at the wallets, you look at peer to peer. They got ideas of limit orders on, DeFi and just fiat on ramps. It's just they're taking over the space, and I think it's gonna speak for itself in the future, but uh Boshi put the post out about the Google searches the other day, and that, like, I hadn't even crossed my mind, but like as the adoption happens with this, you're gonna see everything start popping up with PawChain on it because we're across everything. So you search for something, you're gonna end up seeing us. Maybe it's not the top spot. Maybe you see us 4, 5 down, whatever. But as we get bigger and bigger, you're gonna start seeing us climbing those ranks for free. That's gonna be picked up by the algorithm. It's really an amazing concept for marketing, and as well as we haven't seen a big marketing push, rightfully so. So once this thing gets launched, once we test out the beta, we work all the bugs out, and we launch the main, which I love the idea of making sure everything's ironed out first. So I can't wait to get my hands on it. I'm sure everybody else is right in the same boat with me. But I want to make sure that it's right because, like we've said, you know what I mean? There's been problems in the past with the ZK, so I can't wait to see how they solve those problems and implement it and stuff. But yeah, super bullish for the project. Super thankful for everybody showing up to these hangouts and you guys putting them on every night or every week, showing up week after week. And you guys, if you don't know, if you need to message somebody or anything, you can always message me. My DMs are open, but so many people in this community can get you in touch with whoever you need to talk to about whatever questions you have. And you can always grab a mic and just hop up here and ask your questions yourself, or drop them in the bubble if you don't want to put your voice out there.
Can y'all hear me okay, guys?
Absolutely. Yeah, I can
Oh,
hear you
nice. So I
fine.
had to drop out. I just want to double check real quick. Sorry, go ahead. All right.
Yep. Delusia, what's up, man? Just seen you jumped in here. What's going on, man?
Hey y'all, what's going on? Good to be up here. I'm just working. I got in a little bit late, but I saw Twitter or X, whatever it is. It's having issues anyways. People are dropping, spaces are rugging, so it's good to be up. And recap on the week. It's good to see everybody. A recap on the week. 92.83 Certus score, y'all. I mean, that's impressive.
Yeah.
And Crypto Lounge, I got to shout out your videos. Everyone, check out Crypto Lounge's YouTube videos on blockchain updates. I watched it. It's a short, great video if you have about 10 minutes of time. And it's very educational. I highly, highly recommend it. I'm trying to teach myself a lot more about blockchain technology and multi-chain, as well as blockchain radio, as well as NFTs and everything else. So I highly recommend it. Another thing I'd like to call out is we are exactly 1,694 votes away from 50,000 votes for a CERTIC, free CERTIC service. So I just want to encourage everyone to go out there and keep voting, because once I guarantee we could probably pound that out this weekend, if not by next week, reach 50,000 votes and have CERTIC do the audit completely free. So I mean, how epic would that be? We have over 10,000 holders, which means you just do the math. We just get out there, and I did mine today. Y'all do yours. As much as you possibly can. It'll get there, and then that's going to boost the score even more. And before you know it, we're going to be in top 10 this year. My opinion, PAWChain is going to be a top 10 certified, CERTIC approved audited project, ecosystem, top tier exchanges are going to be looking at us. I mean, the chains are coming, and I'm sure a lot of devs are excited to get out there, and a lot of people are excited, validators excited to get out there on the chain gang and just check out those layers. I think it's rad, and a lot. I mean, just there's so much going on. So much has popped out this week, and like I guess in the last couple weeks, um, regardless of charts. So I'll just throw that out there too. Like JT was saying, if anyone wants to hit me up, I don't know much, but I'm learning. Hit me up, and I've been reaching out to a lot of folks, and the transparency in this community is fantastic. And I reach out on Discord, reach out on DMs in Twitter, FK, Twitter, X. And for any reasons, if I'm just curious about something or if I have a question about, maybe I saw something about PAWChain, verification, and then you've got obviously our influencers, and Crypto Lounge and just, a lot of educated, smart people like, I mean, the list is a mile long. But either way, I just want to come up here, show some love, and kind of go over what I've been seeing going on lately and what jumped out and what I'm excited for, I think, and anticipating. I'm sure as we all are. In the next week or so is just some announcements about layer ones, two, and three. Or you know what, we can wait. I don't care. Like Sir Shills, I'm gonna piggyback off what he said. I don't care. I'll wait. I'm here for the long haul. I'm here for the ride, and I haven't been let down yet, and I don't think anyone in this community has been. And if you have, I'm sorry, um, but I don't feel that that would kind of be a PAWChain issue. I think that'd be a personal problem. That's just me. I'm just saying. I know some folks are not happy with some things, and you have all right to be. So transparency's been there. Security is obviously there. The technology is coming, and I'm excited. Much love, everybody. Y'all have a great rest of your weekend.
Thank you, JT. I just want to, I always appreciate you stopping by, man, and spending some time with us. But yeah, I want to go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and start circling in the closing thoughts and get it kind of wrapped up. We're running 30 minutes over the hour, so we got to be glad. We got to be considerate of our people ahead of time. We got some people in England and Europe and stuff like that, so working with this. So we're gonna go ahead and drop in the closing thoughts. JT, I don't know if you want to add something for your closing thought, and then we'll circle around the Crypto Lounge and get his going. Just a heads up, Crypto Lounge.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks for having me up here, guys. Just to let you know that was Delusia speaking, not
Oh
me.
shit! I'm so
But
sorry, JT. I'm
thanks
so
for
sorry, JT. Delusional. I apologize. I can't. I got a
It's all
lag,
good.
man, so
It's
I
all
can't
good, brother.
see
Don't worry about it.
whose speaker is off and who's speaking. It looks like yours, bro. I'm so sorry, man.
You're good. You're good. I gave my closing thoughts, so I'll drop off so there's no confusion. Much
All
love,
right,
y'all.
man. Appreciate it, Delusional. Always great to have you up, brother.
Of course, and it's always a pleasure being up here. Thanks for
No
having
worries,
me.
no worries. We'll circle down over to Crypto Lounge. You got any closing thoughts for us, brother? And after that, we're gonna circle back around to you, Sir Shield. So just a heads up.
Yeah, I'm with Sir Shields a lot. I keep wanting to say Shield, Sir Shields a lot, which is a dope name, man. I don't think I've told you that. That's a pretty cool name. Um, I'm cool with waiting. I have, I come from the stock market. I'm an old school stock market investor, so I'm used to waiting on technology. I'm used to, watching it and waiting for my quarterly report. So I'm not in a rush, move when it comes to this because of what's going on here, and we know. Now I can understand, like I think the previous speaker, you're so right. There's some people that have genuine issues, and that's fine. A lot of people may not have the patience. Their expectations what met, that's fine. But as far as on an individual standpoint, I think a lot of us are okay with this being deployed properly. I think the majority of us are okay with the dev team doing whatever they can do and however they need to do it. Just so when we do, roll this Maserati, as I like to say, out of the garage, it's going to be spick and span. It's going to run smoothly, well oiled, and it's going to do quite well. So I'm good with that. Hopefully you guys are very excited about the future as well. And like I always tell you guys, watch your wallet. We're getting real close to the halving. So a lot of airdrop scams, a lot of phishing going on, a lot of BS essentially that you're probably going to see in your TG DMs and your Twitter. Just be careful, guys. Protect your money. And we'll see you guys on the next one.
As always, man, I always appreciate the contributions, man. And, on the front lines and the content you and Waddy do. It's always great to have y'all up and to hear the insights, man. So definitely thanks for spending some time with us today, brother. Always glad to have you. And we'll come around to Mr. Sir Shields, man. What you got for us for closing thoughts, brother?
Just wanted to thank everyone again. That was another great space here, as well as Annie's earlier. And I spent a lot of time on Surtech looking at scores, not looking at voting. I mean, I do voting for PAWChain, but I was just running through the list there on the leaderboard. I think maybe one of the reasons for Surtech sort of giving a shout out to us and actually making a thread about us approaching the 50,000s is because I don't think any other project has ever actually done that. If you go in there to the leaderboard and just sort of take a look around at the other projects and their communities, it's not a competition, it's not a contest. I'm not doing any of that here. I'm just saying, I'm just making a point to everybody who comes in here, turns up, shows up, does the voting. Like, yes, I think this might be the first project ever to get that many votes, which is another first. PAWChain is going to be known for that. And I would like to give a thanks to everybody who does the voting, comes to the spaces. I see my dear friend Ellen B is here. Hi, Ellen. Thank you very much for always reminding everybody to vote. And I don't see Jobsty here, but he also does it. Both of these individuals are terrific community members. Give them a follow if you can, if you haven't already. I mean, I see Ellen in there on a daily basis going to not just the English language Telegram, but all of the different languages, encouraging everybody to vote. So Deluja just gave us, I'm not sure, it's like 1,700, I guess. Like we're almost there, guys. So on top of being almost there for the beta, almost there for the 50,000, be something else if that happened at the same time. Anyway, that's it for me, guys. Thanks again to everybody for all of your efforts. I really do mean that. No matter what you're doing, everything counts. Every little thing counts. And I know it's been a long wait for a lot of us. A lot of us are waiting over from another project, which is hard not to do. But let's just focus on what the PAWChain devs have done for us thus far, and the clarity and the transparency that they share with us every day. So thanks again, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Great words, great words, sir. And I'm gonna take a really quick second to just second that big salute to LNB. She has been, for those of y'all that don't know, Ellen and I and Sir go back about 2 or 3 years, man. She put in the efforts you see her doing now. She's been doing for as long as we've known her. She is an absolute great and just a remarkable asset to this community. And if you haven't followed her, give her a follow. Her birthday is basically every day of the month, so wish her a happy birthday. She's just a great individual, very knowledgeable, and she's great to have in this community. And I was absolutely thrilled when she followed us over. So, big salute to you, Ellen. We love you and thank you for everything you do. I just wanted to capitalize on that real quick. Great point, sir. And always glad to have you. And thank you, bro. All right, Mr. Brian, did you have any closing thoughts for us, real quick? And then I'll say mine real quick, and then Annie will circle around to you and then shut it down.
Yeah, I just JT's guy's hand up real quick, so I'm just gonna check in with
Oh
what
yeah,
he has to
sorry.
say
Go
real
ahead.
quick.
Good catch, bro.
Go ahead, JT.
Hey, thanks, guys. Yeah, I just wanted to touch on for a second. HRM Honorarium was talking in their space the other day about migration, and we had a little conversation about it in the Spanish group chat. Shout out to Annie. Thanks for holding that up for us. One of the things that I learned today was that the team is going to be migrating their own tokens before they're going to test everything out on the actual main net before they let anybody get a chance to migrate their own tokens for a little bit of security, make sure everything runs smoothly. So I see you down there, Sky Suzuki. Thanks for joining the space.
Awesome. Yeah. Like I said, I've been in conversation with the HRM community as well. They're extremely excited about this. And yes, it's all going to be about safety, security. We're already in talks. They're in a group chat in the Telegram with Steve, answer some of their questions they had about migration. So, yes, they will be walked through, make sure the process is done right so none of their holders have a bad experience. But in closing, I just want to say, thank you to 21 and Annie for hosting these spaces every week. PAWChain, thank you to all the speakers that always come up. Crypto Lounge, JT, Sir Shills, Deluja, thank you guys. I just something that I'm proud of is the level of knowledge and cordial conversation and professionalism of these spaces that we host is truly like nothing I've been a part of. And I've been in many spaces, meme spaces, other project spaces, and they're just not this coordinated with this many knowledgeable people answering questions, open floors, not a lot of cussing, not a lot, no belittling, nobody's getting put down, and that means something. That's true community right there, and will only make us stronger to the end. So I hope everyone has a good week. I think it's going to be a great week. Just something I have a feeling in my stomach. I think we're going to hit that 50K this week, and I mean, and beta could drop any day. So everybody, just hang on, be patient a little bit longer. Everyone's going to be rewarded. Hope everyone has a wonderful week. Thank you.
Great points today, man. And as always, thank you for spending some time with us on a Saturday, bro. Like I told everybody earlier, if you haven't followed Brian and joined their the trio, the the dream team trio, man, it's Fafo, Bad Luck, and Brian. They do a really great, remarkable job as far as education, just different topics about Paul. But if you haven't checked out the Power Hour, just definitely give them a follow and check it out. It's highly recommended. And thanks for always spending some time with us, man, and bringing some great content to the spaces. We appreciate it, and everything else you do on the back end and front end as well, man. We always appreciate you. And yeah, I'll keep mine short, Annie, and then we're gonna drop down to you, and then we'll close it out. But yeah, just weekly reminders. Just make sure you practice wallet maintenance, um, and just basic, just a friendly reminder. Don't try to take in everything that we talk about in these spaces in one sitting. It's gonna overwhelm. If you're new to the space, this is who I'm talking to. If you're new to the space, let it resonate sometimes. Come to a few spaces, sit through one or two, let it break down in your head. Ask for help if you need explanations, but don't try to swallow the PAWChain pill in just one space, because it's going to overwhelm you. So it's some really revolutionary things taking place, and we're more than happy to break it down step by step. If you have any questions, and there's never a ignorant question, there's never a dumb question besides one that you don't ask. So just please, if you have any questions about anything we talked about, we get technical sometimes, but to the new people, we have a lot of thousands of new Paul people, Paul community members joining, holders joining every day. So just if you have questions, please, we implore you to please reach out. This is what we're here for. So there's plenty of members, speakers up here. Follow us all. Follow everybody up here. Tune in for the content, and just everybody stay safe. Let's stay working together. The team and the community. We work together. We work in tandem, and we win together. We lose together. We build Paul together. So let's just stay on the front lines together, and let's keep doing what we've been doing. Everybody's doing a great job, and I'm more and more honored to be a part of this team every day that goes by. So, and even more so this community. So I can't thank everybody enough for spending y'all Saturdays with us, and I appreciate it. Hope to see y'all next Saturday. All right, Miss Annie, you got the floor.
All right. Hope it don't. I don't fall off the space. Okay. So thank you very much for everyone coming to the space, and the one before. Yeah, almost went 2 hours. I'm sorry. I just gonna just recap really quick what we talk about on the Spanish one and this one. So sorry, give me a second. Sorry. Okay, so one of the things that we spoke about, and this is thank you to JT, like he always comes, brings the questions, right? I like it. Thank you. We appreciate you, JT, a lot. You have no idea. Okay, at least me. I do. Okay, so um, so we spoke about PAWChain, right? Are we gonna have an issue with bridging our tokens or migrating our tokens? No, we're not. Okay, we're not that kind of blockchain. It was mentioned though that the developers will migrate their tokens first, and once they're done, they're gonna let the community do it. So if that doesn't tell you something about trust us, we're gonna do it first. We're gonna show you how to do it, and then the community will, you guys can do it, right? The community will be able to, we will be able to do it. So that's one. We're actually gonna be working with the bridge on the beta version using those test tokens from Sepolia. Sorry if I'm not pronunciating the name correctly. So, but we're gonna use it, and we're um use the polio to when it is the polio replicates the real chain, so we're gonna be able to use that feature of bridging on the beta. So we're gonna be able to try that. Remember, we're not gonna use our own real paw tokens. We're gonna use test tokens. Okay. Another thing is that thing that came out is the code is designed so that the bridge code is exactly the same on every single chain, every single EVM chain. Um, the bridge code is identical. We just changed the name of the contract to the chain it's on. And just a reminder again about the docs, right? It's been said many times that the developers, they've been working on the code, and they've been coming back to work on it again and again and again, adding things, fixing stuff. And we have like many versions of the code now. Like I think we on version 5.0. So and why? Because it's so dynamic. It's so many. If you haven't seen it, we got an update from Steve on Telegram and Discord today at my midnight, 12:30, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I did post the tweet on the Jumbotron with PAWChain. He did post it on Twitter, so you can go ahead and read it, repost it, comment on it, spread the message right across the platform and other social medias. But platforms. So it does explain what team is doing what. So, and it says, um, what has the priority and what its second priority at the moment. So just remember, the priority is PAWChain, the mainnet, the aggregator, the swap, pass swap, and Paw merchant. That's the priority, right? So after that, once we have the base, the core, then the rest will they will start working on it, building uh, on top of it. So for example, the metaverse, right? Or Puck Club. And everything is mentioned there. So if you guys have a chance, go there. On PAWChain's tweet, it's up on the Jumatron, and read through it. Uh, let's see what else. Yeah, so why we don't have the docs ready is because the developers, they've been going, very active and fixing stuff and changing the code. So once it's out and everything is finalized, then they're gonna go ahead and finish them. So, and they're gonna be available for the community. So that now I just want to make sure you understand that the reason why. Um, and that's and one more thing, just make sure you don't click on codes. Links that you're suspicious of. There's no airdrops of PAWChain. Anything official will come from the PAWChain, the handle, the phishing handle on Twitter. And from there, the information is distributed to Discord, Telegram, and Reddit. So if it doesn't come from that, then please don't click on it or leave it. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to add something about the docs real quick to try to help you explain it. I know, like you're right. A lot of people are waiting on the docs and stuff, but what we decided to do was whenever the beta and mainnet comes out, we're specifically going to spend some time to break it down and use it first and play with it before we write up the official documentation to give everyone step by steps, to give them breakdowns, technical breakdowns, how to do things like that. So it's a lot easier to write a doc on something that you've been familiarized with as far as like a technical side and using it. And that's just kind of help Annie's explanation. That's why we're waiting on to write the docs, because if we haven't used it and we haven't explored it and everything, we're just basically writing theoretical docs, and that's not what we want. We want documentation on our product. So that kind of helps. Maybe that helps the explanation a little bit. I hope.
Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, pretty much we're planning to all this be finalized so we can start working on them. And yeah, we're gonna have blogs. It will be explained. So so yeah, it's if I read I mean, can I read every single one of the versions? I mean, or is it can I?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just
Go
gonna
ahead,
say the
Annie.
last
If you want to read the versions that
yeah.
Dan's referring to, go ahead. You got it.
Okay, so all right, so um version V1.0 is initial PAWChain. V2.0 is deviation from proof of work / proof of authority. ARPANET launch V2.1. Um, it's revealed for cross-chain. V2.2 revealed for fee structure. V3.0 deviation from OP stack. V4.0 deviation from optimistic rollups due to cross-chain compatibility. V4.1 revealed for ZK EVM. Version 4.2 revealed for L3 compatibility. V4.3 revealed for internal bridge capabilities. V4.4 rebuild for proof of authority overflow stack. V4.5 rebuild for scanner compatibility. V5.0 deviation due to empty block overload. So it's so they explain it's kind of, it's hard to to work on the docs when the developers keep the work they keep working on it and they keep changing some stuff. So that's why 21.5 planning, like how can we we want to have everything finalized to work on all the information that is going to be shared with the community and how to PAWChain is going to be working, how to use it, etc. So yeah, that's why. And one more thing, thank you 21 Pa, and just make sure you're safe. Though there's no airdrops, follow only there's only one official Telegram. If you get an invite to another one telling you click here to migrate your tokens, don't do that. That's gonna be that information is gonna be available through the official handles, starting with PAWChain at PAWChain on Twitter. So be safe, everyone. Um, take care of those precious tokens you have in your wallets, and don't let anyone else take them from you. That will be all. You guys have a great night, great weekend. Thank you for being here, and see you next week. Good night, everyone.